Welcome to another video from cardboardeast.com. My name's Jay. I play Asian board games and share what I find with all of you. And today we're going to start off Singapore Spring. And I wanted to highlight a lot of games from Singapore and talk about exactly what's going on in Singapore. I do think that Japanese games get a lot of attention. Taiwanese publishers definitely get out there and get their name recognized, and Korea is up and coming and constantly getting to Essen more and more often. But not enough people are talking about Singapore. Now, many years ago, there were some hardcore gamers and they wanted to publish a game, and they came out with this massive game, which you may have heard of, Three Kingdoms Redux, which is a massive worker placement game. Very cool, all about Sangoyini, the romance of the Three Kingdoms. But this was really heavy for the local Singaporean market, and not many people in Singapore played it that much. People overseas liked it and loved it, and I still think it's the best game about Three Kingdoms out there. But we're going to talk about Mooncake Master. Now, Mooncake Master is from Origame Games, and that's with the designer Daryl Chow. If you haven't heard of him, then you're missing out, because he's a really good designer with a lot of good ideas. Now, Daryl Chow was in this situation where, well, what do I do? I want to still make these old school gamers here in Singapore really happy, but there's a majority of people out there that aren't really knowledgeable or that into modern board games, and how do I get those people into modern board gaming? And so he wanted to create something somewhere in between, and this was one of his first ideas out there, and he was talking about Mooncake Master. Well, I guess this murder lion is just going to be chilling out on his side the whole time. Go ahead and watch. This is a part 2 video. Please watch part 1 where I play the game. I play the solo variant of the game. And it's definitely, you'll get to see some of how the mechanics work and what the quality of the components look like. This, I'm going to tell you about my final thoughts on the game and how awesome it is. First, I'm going to talk about the production, because wow, the production of this game is fantastic. This box just looks great. This actually looks like a box that would have mooncakes inside it. It's something that's very cool. And I love that you may not have seen it on the playthrough video, but all of these are textured. All these tiles are textured with a nice linen finish. All the colors are bright and colorful. I like how the contracts are all inclusive, with characters from all sorts of different colors and races and ages and species. There's a dog, in case you didn't watch it, and a cat. Cats are species too. But I love that. And if you go to Singapore, you'll definitely see that. Everyone from everywhere is in Singapore, except for, for the last few years, they've all, been inside. And I love the quality of these components. I like that it's really bright and colorful. And when you play this game, something really magical happens. And it's not related to mooncakes at all. But when you grow up, in an Asian family, and your family makes dumplings, and some other cultures do make dumplings as well, and everyone is making dumplings, you kind of just take the dough, you take the meat or the filling, you stick it in, you put it in, it might pass it along, and that person's better at crimping, and they'll put it on a tray, and sometimes you have a little factory line, sometimes everyone's doing their own thing, but it has this nice togetherness feeling of that activity. And this game really captures that feeling. We're all sitting in a circle, I'm passing pieces to my players, they're giving stuff to me, and then I'm making these mooncakes in front of me. And even though that's dumpling related and not mooncake related, and they're kind of different, very different, it still has that nice, Asian family feel that I have when I play this game, and it's not something that I get that often. I heard somewhere that nostalgia is Greek for a pain of the heart, because you have this pain when you remember something. And that's definitely something I would recommend about this, is that it's bright, it's beautiful, I love the art, it's very kitschy looking, but the gameplay is super fun, super simple. You can teach the game in literally, a minute, 2 minutes at most, and anyone can get into it. And on top of that, the quality of the components is really nice, it's very bright, very flashy. I can't recommend this game enough. Now, is it a big economic game? No. Is it like Brass Birmingham? No. And that's not what this game is trying to be. This game is trying to be a family-friendly game that you can play it, and any gamer who's been in the hobby for a while can appreciate the strategy that's there and can also enjoy the game. Now, I have played this solo, I have played this at 2, and I have played this at 3, 4, and I think like 6, like maxed out at 6 players. And I gotta tell you, like, it's totally fine. I think because it kind of has that Seven Wonders deal where you really don't care what anyone else is doing, you only care what the person on your left and the person on your right is doing, because they're the only ones that you can affect. But there's just enough going on, and just enough of that little take that, but not too much take that. You really want this, I'm gonna give you this and ruin your day. I'm gonna give this and ruin your day, and then you're gonna give me 2 tiles that are going to ruin my day, and you have to make the best with what you get. And I really like that decision space there. There is randomness, but it's randomness and then your choice comes afterward, as opposed to you make a decision and then the randomness comes in and determines whether or not you're successful. That kind of randomness I'm not too keen on. Also, the cool thing about Origame is that their website and online e-commerce shop is really well done. If you want one of the games, you simply log on to the website, and I'll link it down below, order it, and then they'll ship it out to you. This is going to be the first of many more Singaporean games I'm going to be talking about during this spring, Singapore Spring. But I definitely want to highlight some of the games that are coming out in Singapore or have come out in Singapore, why I like them, why I think they're important, and why I think you should check them out. So if you're a gamer and you want to show off some stuff that the family can play, like grandma can play, and there's still enough complexity in there and strategy in there that everyone can enjoy and get it, Mooncake Master is a masterpiece. So well done, Daryl. 2 thumbs up for me. Alright guys, that was another video from cardboardeast.com. My name's Jay, and blah 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 blah. Alright guys, that was another video. Did you like what you see here? Do you want to see more? Do you want to learn more about Asian board games? Are there any board games behind me that look interesting to you? Comment below and tell me all about it. Did you learn anything new with this video? Yeah, let me know, because I'm always curious about what people don't know about Asia, and I could definitely talk about more about that in upcoming videos. Please like, subscribe, hit that bell icon so you don't miss our next video. And if you want to help the channel grow, please consider joining our Patreon campaign, which is going all year round. As for the Patreons that do exist there today, thank you so much guys. Love you a lot. You really help out. Alright guys, once again, my name's Jay. I play Asian board games, share what I find with all of you. Thanks for watching.